Welcome to the Wally Show Aftercast, the things we did not get to during the course of the show today. A little bit of a faster cast because we have a crazy busy scheduled day with meetings and all these other things. Gavin, not sure if he's going to be here on Monday or not. We're expecting him to be back.
Lord help us. We thought with the birth of the baby that maybe his bad luck streak would stop.
Yeah, but no, he has COVID. Like, what in the world?
He has COVID.
Yeah, out of nowhere, he got it. And then we did a thing where Betty was like, I just don't feel right. And so we went and took a test for Betty, and I went with her so she couldn't just draw a line with a Sharpie and take a few days off. And she was negative.
Yeah, I was negative. I still feel achy, but definitely better.
Yeah.
I was Googling my symptoms, and, typically they're like, oh, you died yesterday. But they told me that sometimes weather, like when weather is changing, it can make you achy, and that might be the case for me because it definitely had gotten a lot cooler for the 3 days, and then anyway.
Yeah. But Gavin, so I don't know. I don't know if he'll be back. I'm doubting seriously who will be back on Monday.
Do we really think that he has it?
I do not think so. No. Betty was so funny. I've never seen anybody as disappointed about not having COVID as Betty was. She was so sad. She's like, he gets to take all these days off and I have to keep coming in here.
I mean, the boy, I don't know. Anyway, I won't say more about
it. Speaking of dying, well, not dying, he's fine. But this was a really weird story I came across. There's a French actor who passed away at like 88 years old, and his family has decided not to carry out his final request.
What?
Yeah.
Because they didn't like him?
No, he was fine, but they didn't like his request, and so they're like, we're just not doing it.
Oh.
And so do you support that or not? Do you think people's final request should be met?
If they are of sound mind, yes.
Okay.
But I think also it seems like, and I could be wrong, that your final wishes, you've probably talked them over with someone that you care about.
Yeah.
So where are those people?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, they're not going to do it, and so it's
What is it?
Well, he had a dog that he loved, and he wanted the dog to be euthanized and buried with him. It's so dark. It's so dark. Yeah, like that was his final request.
Yeah, I don't think I'd do that either.
He said, I've had 50 dogs, before he died, he said, I've had 50 dogs in my life. I have a special relationship with this one. He misses me when I'm not there. If I die before him, I'll ask the vet to take us away together, and he'll be put to sleep in my arms. I'd rather do that than knowing he'll be left alone. Like,
so he sees it as he's doing the dog
mercy.
a solid.
Yeah, but like the dog's like, hey, no, we're not that close. What's his name again? Like the dog.
This is not till death do us part.
Yeah.
Like, no.
The dog's like, look, man, I thought he was fine. I liked the way he filled my water bowl. That was good. But other than that, like, that's it. I could find a new master tomorrow.
Hey,
hi, my name's Doug.
I have just met you, and I love you.
Exactly. And so it was, I can't even believe that was somebody's mindset. Like, if you truly loved that dog, you would want the best for it,
live a full life.
Because you're not going to live in eternity with that dog because they're not going to heaven. So, sorry.
You don't know that.
I do. I did some digging. I did some spiritual digging.
I don't trust any of Wally's spiritual digging.
There's only going to be a lion and a lamb in heaven. That's it. One lion, one lamb.
Yep.
Yep, because it's in the Bible. That's it.
Oh, he's full of it.
So... You are so hopeful.
Yeah, I am.
Okay, let's say a burning heaven question. You can only bring one of your biggest boys into heaven. Rayford Allen or your first cat of these last two, Buford Beans. Who gets the golden ticket?
Here's what I'm wondering. Was I just not the right person for Buford Beans? Like,
no, it's a him
was someone else supposed to get him and I just cut the line and accidentally grabbed it before someone else could?
Oh, somebody that doesn't need an animal to love them.
Yeah, like I know he cares about me because he definitely trusts me.
Yeah.
But he's just not a cuddler. He's a typical cat. He's the type that just kind of sits in his corner. He'll come when he wants to come.
He's the stereotype cat.
Yes.
Most boy cats, because that's why you get boy cats, is because most of them are cuddlers. And so, like, Hank was always like that for us.
Right.
And Sasha was more standoffish. And now she's turned into the, I got to sit on your lap every time you turn around cat, which I love. Like, it's frustrating when you have a cat and you're like, just love me. And it won't love you.
Yeah. I mean, I picked him up this morning, Buford Beans, before I left, and he was just trying to push away from me the whole time. And I was like, I just want a hug and a kiss.
I know, and you squeeze them tighter, and then you just move your lips in to kiss their little snout, and they just reel their neck
he just doesn't
back.
want anything to do with it. Now,
At least he doesn't hit you. I've watched a bunch of cats on TikTok. They're like, hey, you. Pop, 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 pop.
Yeah,
and you get
doesn't
hit
do
like
that.
4 times before you even realize what's going on.
He's just pushing me away. But Rayford Allen, I don't think he knows he can resist. And he's not the brightest crown in the box, but I'll take him. Like, he'll just let me hold him. And before I even go down to pick him up, he's already purring because he's just excited to be held by me.
I know. Those are the best cats.
And that is hard to resist because he's just my little cuddler. He gets underneath the blankets with me. He's just so sweet.
Yeah. If her house was burning down, she would step on Buford to get to Rayford.
No, I would not.
She would.
No, I would not.
And that's okay. Rayford can't hear you. You don't leave the radio on for him. It's okay. You can just be honest with it. I get it. If you left the radio on, fine. I had a partner that used to leave the radio on for his dog when we would.
I have a friend that does that.
Really?
She leaves Way FM on.
Okay. What's really funny is because it was our radio show. So we would be doing the show, and so his dog could hear his voice on there. And so from time to time, it was just so funny. I was such a jerk. I just like, Albert, bad dog, just to mess with him.
So
He loved that dog, man.
Poor
Oh my
puppy.
gosh, he loved that dog. Did you see this? All the controversy on the "It Ends with Us" actors off stage. What happened? It's really weird. Like, it's a story about domestic violence, and one of the lead guys in it, the good guy in this, Atlas, shared something on Tuesday on social saying it's been disheartening to see the amount of negativity projected online about this movie, and it touched on the film's themes of domestic violence and abuse. What the controversy was is like one of the bad guy in the movie, everyone stopped following him on socials, and they said that he's part of this drama, and no one will comment on it, though.
Oh, in real life.
In real life. They won't say why. And so they're all just doing this thing. So then the internet speculates and things like that. Like, was he a tyrant? Was he abusive? But no one will say what it is. I think you do everyone a disservice by not saying what it is. I think it gets way worse. It might not even be a big thing. They might be, he was controlling on the set. He's a jerk. Okay, fine. That's a director. But was it nefarious?
I haven't heard any bad things about him. All I've heard are bad things about Blake Lively.
Oh, for real? You haven't heard this other stuff?
Have you been on TikTok?
No, not for Blake Lively. It's not showing up in my feed.
She's like coming across as not unapproachable, but just very disconnected from the normal everyday person.
Well, this got so bad. I guess they're talking about doing a sequel and calling it Begins With Us, so it follows where she left off with this new child and everything like that. Spoiler alert. Sorry.
I thought that was how the books went.
I don't know. I don't know the books. And so I think there's they're talking about the movie. But the guy, there's been so much drama, I guess he has taken himself out of the running or directing it and is stepping completely away from it. And I think saying that Blake can handle it, it's fine. But it was really weird. And so this other actor, though, the main guy, was like, I wanted to take a minute to address all the stuff online. So I'm like, oh, good, we'll find out. And since Colleen and the women of this cast stand for hope, perseverance, and for women choosing a better life for themselves, vilifying the women who put so much of their heart and soul into making this film because they believe so strongly in its message seems counterproductive and detracts from what the film was about. So this must be the stuff about Blake Lively and everything. Like, he's addressing some of that, like them taking pot shots at her, but not this other huge controversy where everyone stepped away from this guy. It's just really, really bizarre. One of the other main actors said that I wish that all I ask is that before you spread the hate on the internet, ask yourself, who is this helping? Ask yourself if your opinions are based in any fact, or if you simply want to be part of something. Let's be part of something better together. And that is very true. Like, a lot of times people don't have any information. And I get that. That's what opinion is about. But then they feel like they just want to be heard. Some people don't know these people, but
those people,
yeah, the ones that will take a headline and just formulate an entire opinion about it and go off half-cocked, and then have to apologize later because they had it all wrong.
Those people never met one, but
they have issues. Honestly, those people, messes, total train wrecks. I see what you're doing. You're gaslighting me. You're making me think that that's me.
Oh, I'm the problem.
Yeah, you
I'm
are the
issue.
problem. Yeah. What do you got, Lady Rock?
Well, Jennifer Lopez.
J
she
to
has
the
been
low.
through it. She's been through it again and again and again. I found this article where they were able to find the price tag on every one of her engagement rings. And
How
then
wait.
I'm going to get to it.
Okay, because every one sounds like there's a lot. I would have only thought there was 2.
I know. Okay, so they were able to add up the whole worth of all of her rings, and it came to $17 million.
Oh my gosh! How is that possible?
In rings alone. Okay, so she
and
had
how many were there?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
She has been engaged 6 times? To who and how?
Okay, so the first one.
And only married once?
No, she's been married 3 times.
Oh, she married to Mark Anthony? Help me. Walk me through it.
Let me just
Walk
start
me through it,
Okay.
please.
Okay, here we go.
I'm so baffled.
Ojani Noah, he
So-
was the producer of Selena. That's kind of
okay.
how she got a big break.
Right.
But anyways, he got her a ring. It was the cheapest one that she'll ever get, $130,000.
Oh, wow. That seems low for her. But then she was still coming up at
pretty
that
good.
point in time. She wasn't
Right.
J-Lo
But
yet.
they were married for 11 months
That's it?
and then called it quits.
Oh, my gosh. That's so fast.
The next one was a guy named Chris Judd. She met him. He was a dancer on her music video, My Love Don't Cost a Thing.
That's never going to work.
And that one was worth $200,000. So
And that-
she's moving up.
That was every bit that guy
She's
had,
moving
too.
up.
He was just trying to keep her.
Yeah. They were married for 01 to 02. So maybe a year.
This lady
So once
cannot
again-
find love. At some
Yeah.
point in time, you got to stop pointing fingers at other people and think maybe I got 4 fingers pointing back at me.
The next one was Ben Affleck. Now, she got an engagement ring from him, but they didn't get married. That was where they called it off like 4 days before the whole ceremony was supposed to happen.
That's right.
They were engaged for 2 years, and that ring was worth $2.6 million.
Okay, that's respectable.
Okay. Finally, no, not finally. Her next one, Mark Anthony. She did marry Mark Anthony, and this was her longest running marriage. It was from 2004 to 2011, and she actually had twins with him, Max and Emmy. That ring was $6.5 million.
So there's got to be another one because that's 6 and then 2. You know, so 6 and 3,
Yeah, I'm not
so
done.
9,
I got
and
2
then the
more to go.
200,000. 2 more to go for
Yeah.
the love.
So then she divorces him in 11. She gets with Alex Rodriguez, the baseball
A-Rod,
player.
yes.
Okay, that one was $2 million. She took a price cut.
So
on
9,
there.
11.
So she went from a $6.5 million ring to a $2 million
Yeah.
ring, and she was engaged to Alex from 2019 to 2021.
3-year engagement. Oh, that's a lot. 2 years.
Yeah,
2 years.
yeah, 2-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then she got engaged and married to Ben Affleck finally.
Did he come back with a bigger ring?
With a $5.6 million
Because he knew
ring.
he had to. He knew
Yeah.
he had to. He's like, I got to make up for this last thing.
5.6 is pretty good. All that to say, with
Does
those,
she get to keep them all?
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know.
I bet
But
she
if she
has them all.
does, she's got $17 million on her hands.
That is crazy town.
Yeah. That's
The
a
other,
lot
let's
of money.
be honest, the first 2 that were like 100 and something thousand, those were made into earrings. Like she's not keeping those as rings.
She pawned them off.
Oh, for sure. She gave them to somebody. She gave them to a servant. Like, oh, hey, you like this?
Here,
You can
peasant.
have it. Here, clean my toilet. That is crazy town.
Yeah,
I didn't know she'd been married that long. I thought it was maybe she had dated a couple guys, you know, and married one. I knew of the Mark Anthony, but the other stuff I didn't know of.
Yeah. So married officially for 1, 2, 3. She's been married 4 times now.
Oh, my
So
goodness.
it was Oshani Noah,
Yeah.
then Chris Judd, Mark Anthony, then Ben Affleck.
That is a lot of times.
I know.
But in celebrity world, you're like, yeah, it's about normal. It's batting average. And I think that's really sad. You know? Like,
And
here's
I was
somebody
reading
that
a
has
little-
everything, but they can't get it worked out.
Right.
They can't get the love worked
I
out.
was reading a little bit about her different relationships, and she said about Mark Anthony, she said she knew from the beginning it wasn't going to work.
Oh, no.
Like, why did you marry him? Why did you have children with him?
I don't know. But what happens is you're dating. This is the progression. You're dating, and you know it's not going to work. Like, I don't know. You know what? When we get married, then things will calm down. We'll get married. It'll be fine. Then you're like, okay, it's still not bad. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad. This is not good. I got to get out. You know what? We'll change this. A puppy. We'll get a puppy. Then you get a puppy, and then the puppy ends up liking the other person more than you. You're like, okay,
And he
this is
piddles
bad.
on the
It's
floor.
bad. It's bad. I need to get out. What'll change this? Oh, let's have a kid. you know what? That's going to make everybody grow up, everybody calm down. It's going to be fine.
Let's have 2.
Then you have a kid. Well, that's what happens. You have a kid, and it's like having a cute puppy, and then you're like, I guess we need another one because this isn't doing it for us anymore. And so then you have another kid, and you're like, okay, this is going to fix us. The whole problem is the whole time, nothing is going to fix you. No matter what you do, all these other things, because it wasn't right, and you knew it in the beginning, but you went down that road anyway. You didn't heed your own red flags. Preach. That'll preach. So there you go.
Anyways, it's sad.
It is sad for her. Do you got any birthdays? Because those are happy. Oh, okay.
But we can do weekend plans. Everyone's got on weekend plans.
You made me forget it was Friday. We have so much stuff to do today.
I don't understand why you keep forgetting it's Friday. I never forget.
Well, because I have a meeting like at 1:30 to 2:30, so it's like my day is shot in the afternoon.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, that's great. Okay. Let's start with you because I got nothing.
I got a couple of things. So I think I'm going to run some errands today, errands that need to be done. So nothing crazy there. Then tomorrow I'm going to a Pilates one-on-one class.
Oh, you are?
Yes, because it's free. That's the only reason I'm doing it. But I told Wally, and I was telling Pastor Chad too, Pilates might be losing its magic. It's lackluster. It's not.
It's an expensive hobby for you.
It is. It's an expensive monthly subscription, and then if you need to cancel a class, if it's not 12 hours ahead of time, then they will charge you $20. Okay, that's crazy. And then there is a guy that shows up sometimes at some of my classes. Now, given it's 99.9% women, but there's this one lone guy, okay?
And before you get to where you think she's going, he's not a creeper.
No, he's not a creeper at all. But he is a grunter.
He's a grunter.
So he has the same settings on his Pilates reformer as every other woman in there. And I'm talking, there are some women in there that are in their 50s, 60s, 70s. They don't grunt, but everything he does, he's just like, and it's so distracting and annoying. I even considered canceling a class when I saw him walk through the door and say, just charge me the $20.
Yeah, we'll call it even.
It drives me crazy.
Yeah.
And how he can't see it, I don't know.
Yeah. I do believe you have misophonia in some way, shape, or form. It's where random noises bother you and you get angry. But I understand that. Like, there are certain things that I hear, I'm like, that drives me nuts. Like, I understand that. And then that's all you can do is focus on that.
I can't unhear it.
Yeah.
I was on a reformer once before class started. He walks in through the door and he sits on the one that's right beside mine. I got up, went to the bathroom, acted like I needed to go to the bathroom. And then I came out and I got a reformer that was the furthest away from his.
Can I ask you a question about this? Because it's very interesting.
Did he notice? I don't care.
Okay. No. How did you act like you needed to go to the bathroom? Did you do the little pee-pee dance that like kids do where you're like, I gotta go. And you make a production of it?
No, I don't feel like I need to make a production. I just get up calmly and walk to the back of the studio, go to the bathroom.
And then you came back in?
Yeah, and I just went to a different reformer.
Is the bathroom in the studio? Or is it out of? Oh, okay. That's
yeah.
Because otherwise you look like you maybe look like a racist. Or something, like,
for sure.
Yeah.
But I'm not.
Okay.
Just stop. I'm a gruntist.
A gruntist, right.
Just stop it.
Right.
I don't understand. I don't understand how you can't. How do you think it's making everyone uncomfortable?
Yeah. I realized that
Okay, I'm over it.
When I play pickleball, I'm not the grunter that grunts like in tennis. Like, you have those people that are like, on every shot. But when I have to like run and like dive for a ball, or
you don't ever have to.
I do. And I'm like stretched out. Like,
there's nothing tied to the score, but
there's no one's winning anything. But like I will like I'm loud when I play. I realized
that's shocking.
I know,
right?
That
is shocking information.
So off-brand,
right? So off-brand.
Sunday church in
Sunday.
Mom
I'm helping with the nursery.
Good times.
Yeah. What about you?
My wife is back in town, so I'm not going to do anything I want to do.
That's not the tone. You say, my wife's back in town.
No, like, she's really good about, like, she's great about going, hey, well, go do what you want to do on Saturdays. Like, she doesn't like to do the things I like. Like, I like to play pickleball. I've tried to get her. She won't play that. I like to go on my foil. She doesn't like the water. So, like, those two things take time. Like, my foil, I'll be gone for 3 hours, easy. maybe 4. The pickleball, I'm gone for like 2 hours. So typically I try to play that on Saturday morning early. And then by the time she's up and going, I'm getting home and I shower real quick and we go do stuff. So probably out of respect for her, I will do that.
Do what? What's the
pickleball? Because I still want to be active, but it's the least time gone from her. And so we talked about going to see a movie, but then there's nothing really great that I want to see right now. The Minions movie, I kind of want to see that. So maybe that, but that's it. Like I actually want some downtime this weekend. I've had a busy week on work and personal stuff, and so I want some downtime.
You know how to do downtime.
I do not, actually. I'm going to try to do some downtime.
And to me, I think downtime for you could look like, and I'd totally be for this, you laying on the couch and watching TikTok videos.
Yeah.
That is downtime.
Yeah.
For sure.
I get judged on that one a lot.
By who?
My wife.
Oh.
Like, that's a lot of time on TikTok. I'm like, I know, but it's like watching a TV show.
Yeah, she has her downtime stuff that she likes to do.
She likes to read. Like, we'll watch TV shows together, and so we have shows that while she was gone, I didn't watch.
You should start watching. I started watching, but I didn't finish it yet, but I might do it over the weekend. That K-pop one on Netflix. Where the girl group.
Oh, the Cat's Eye.
Cat's Eye.
Yeah. You started watching it. Touch. I think about you way too much.
Yeah. Something like that.
That's so funny because I had seen that. I'm like, oh, I want to watch that. I like making the band type shows. And then it dawned on me, I'm like, I see the Cat's Eye with a K. I'm like, it's that band because they have been all over my TikTok. And I think
maybe y'all could get behind that.
We shot a video the other day.
I haven't posted it yet.
Oh, you haven't posted it yet?
I'll post it today.
I do the dance in the car. And
it's unfortunate.
Glorious. 2 different takes on that, but you make up your own mind when she posts it. So. Anyway, all right, we got to get on to some other stuff, but as
Gavin
always,
won't be here Monday.
Oh, I'm a betting man, and I bet you know. I'm betting.
What if you
Wednesday.
call him?
Yeah.
I'm suspecting that y'all are going to talk to each other at
Sure.
some point, whether text or call.
Yeah.
And he says, "Are you going to ask him? Like, does he have a fever? Are you going to ask him that?"
Oh yeah. I'll ask
and
him
if he doesn't,
right,
are you going to get him to come in?
I'll be like, hey, when are you planning on coming back in? I need to know. I mean, so I can plan.
We all
like,
need to know.
Yeah, I mean. Yeah, sadly, we're getting used to the rhythm of this, and we're figuring out, compensating for it. And then kind of like, it's in your own best interest to come back because, like, I'm getting good at cutting videos again, and Betty's getting good at doing all your other stuff. So you might want to come back before we forget about you.
And the bathroom has been available for Wally.
Oh, that is glorious.
Whenever he wants to go.
When we leave, because I tend to hold it a lot during the show because I'm busy doing my stuff during the show. And then it's like, oh, I need to go. And so like after Aftercast, like, oh, I got to go. Son of a gun, that kid is so quick. He's like quickie freaking koala. And like he'll like run out of here and I'm like, Dad, come and Gavin.
I know.
And I won't go use the girls one. Well, they're
they're gender neutral, but the problem is Wally and I have been here so long that we knew when they were not gender neutral, and I can't go to the other one.
I know, and see, that's the thing. And then I know that there are some other girls in the building that are using the one that used to be the boys, and I've been leaving the seat up because to me, it's the guys. Like, leave the seat up. That's what guys do. It's like being in a frat house. We all are like, that's fine. But now there are girls doing it, so now I'm like putting the seat down. I hate myself for that. So anyway, all right, that's going to do it for your Aftercast. Thanks for being a potty. Betty's love of crime shows has me concerned because I think that she's not learning how to protect herself, but rather how to set me up for a crime.
Oh, I for sure am.
It's a Gone Girl situation is what I'm thinking.
I'm glad I've got you right where I want you.
Yeah, that's what I feel like. You need someone in your life that will set you up for success, not failure.
Yeah, and that's exactly how I felt with CCU. I mean, I felt intimidated considering going back to school as an adult after being out for so long, but I was set up for success with CCU from my first conversation all the way to graduation. Most classes are only 5 weeks long, which means you can earn your degree and still have time to do whatever you want.
Yeah, 5-week classes, that's even good for people with like ADHD. Like for me, I know I needed short classes so I could focus when I went back to school because Betty Rock and I kind of lived the same life.
Find out more about how you can pursue your passion and find your calling with Colorado Christian University at online.ccu.edu. Colorado Christian University is a nonprofit impact partner.